Morning, guys. I'm early again. Well, it's got to be early, just in case people need to get their gear together. So don't panic if you're thinking, oh my life, what's she doing to us? Get yourself sorted. I'm Heather, for those of you who don't know. I'm just going to get my software sorted and get my equipment in check. So for those of you who are just joining, I will reiterate this again if you're doing it live. If you're not doing it live, then sorry, you're going to have to hear me say it 2 or 3 times. But you're going to need some of it. This workout you can do body weight, pure body weight, so no problem whatsoever. If you have got access to a barbell, grab a barbell and a couple of dumbbells as well. There'll be some work on the floor, so if you want a step box to do your chest and tricep work on the step box, you can, but it can be done on the floor. It's just not as comfortable, really, is it? So give me a shout out, whoever's watching, just whilst I sort out whether I'm online or not, because you've got to love a bit of technology, haven't you? Let's see what's going on, shall we? How many of you are training? How many of you are watching? What are we up to today, guys? Who have I got? Ha! Let's get going. Oh, I've got 3 from what I can tell. So have a bit of a chat amongst yourselves. I'll join in when I can actually see what's going on, because being short-sighted and all that doesn't help. But hopefully this will. And then you can be my music check as well. How big's the delay? Find out today, shall we? So yeah, body weight can be done. You've got barbell option and you've also got dumbbell options. Oh, brilliant, cool. I can see Sophie saying hello, so hello back at you. If anyone else has said hello, apologies, it's not caught up with me yet. But hello to you guys as well. We're doing it in blocks, so we've got block training again. I sat there writing it last night thinking, oh, that sounds vile. Not actually done it, so we will be the guinea pigs and see what happens. But it looks vile, and depending on how much weight you're going to either put on your bar or your dumbbells, you can make it even worse. The first round is going to be all about squats. So it's 5 minutes of continuous squats training. Don't bail on me already, okay? Get your gear together. You can be my little music check as well. Go press play. I've not changed anything, to be honest, so it should be okay, but we shall see. Who's training? Who's bailing? Right, good old start. Before we get started with the weights, we're going to do a body weight warm-up, so just make sure you've got a little bit of space. It's a 4-minute round. Each round we're going to be doing 30 seconds per move. There's 4 moves in total. Not all of them are relevant for the actual workout, but we've got to get warm. So let's do this. We've got to begin with squat and calf raise. So you're going to sit into the squat, drive onto your toes, keeping the chest lifted and the core locked in nice and tight. Sitting down into that squat position, driving the knees wide, nice and easy. Just getting ourselves warm to begin with. From there, we're going to get the heart rate elevated a little bit more. So you've got another 5 seconds. Then we're going to hit jacks. So keeping the knees soft, so don't jar the legs or the knees. Jacks. Now jacks are brilliant because the whole body's getting warm, and because today's session, like last week's session, is a whole body workout, but with a little bit more focus on isolation of triceps, biceps and shoulders today. From here, you can't get away from it. We're going to hit burpees. Are you ready? So hit that burpee position. So squat, jump at it into a plank. You can jump on the way back in if you want to. But big focus on not letting your hips drop. Keep them square to the floor. Hands nice and firm under the shoulders. And away we go. From here, you've got 5 seconds and then you're going to stay down. We've got press ups, so stay down on your hands and knees, or hands and toes. So all I'm doing, hands are outside of shoulder distance. I'm dropping my chest to elbow crease, and I'm driving out the heels of my hands on the way back up. Don't let your hips drop, whether you're on your knees or on your toes. Right, you've got 10 seconds, and then we're going to complete that circuit one more time. just to make sure we're really warm. So back on your feet, guys. Feet outside of hip distance. Drop into that squat. Drive onto your toes. Good. Can you get a little bit lower and deeper into the squat on the second round? Now things are a touch warmer. See how you get on. 10 seconds. And then what? Jacks. In 5, 4, 3, 2, jumping jacks. Get those arms all the way overhead if you can. Good, 20 seconds. So heart rate should start to be elevated. It's more of, well, it's a strength and conditioning workout. We need to make sure all of our muscles are primed and ready. So we have to do a little bit of a cardio start, just because. All right, burpees. So finish it, last minute of work before we get into the heavy weighted stuff. So nice, strong burpee position, you're hitting that plank. Your option is to squat, put your hands down, walk out, walk back in, stand up, okay? So stay down when you get down, finish off with a nice 30-second round of press-ups. So like I said, we're hitting blocks of work again. They're going to be continuous training for 5 to 6 minutes. But just because it's continuous training doesn't mean that you don't get to take a break if you hit your fatigue. Recover. So take a second. Here's what we're going to do now. 2 ticks. Come on, you silly thing. We are going to go straight into squats. Now, barbell, body weight, or dumbbells. Whatever you've got to hand. You could put a backpack on if you wanted to. We're going to go for 5 minutes this round. Not going to be pleasant, but very productive for results. Load the bar onto the meaty part of your back and take your feet just outside of hip distance. Move number 1, we're going to drop quick and go up slow. So drop quick and drive slow. Nice and controlled movements. Now, did I tell you? Each time we do it, they're 1 minute before we change the tempo. So we've got 1 minute focus on a quick drop and a catch, and then drive slow up. We're going to focus on eccentric and concentric phases. Don't worry about it, it's a fancy name, basically just to test our balance, our stability, and to work the different range of muscles. So focusing on some of the elasticity and also pumping them up, getting the tone and strength into them. Right, switch it. So we're going to go down slow, up quick. So down slow, up quick. Now you should feel a big difference, massive difference. 1, because your legs are now pretty fatigued, but 2, to change your phases. So in the last phase we were dropping quick and we were having to drive up slow. In this phase we're dropping slow, rising quick. Get as much glute activation as you can by tensing your butt really tight. Keeping those knees, driving them wide, drive them out. Now, the next round, actually quite nice. Well, nicer than this perhaps. We're going to change it into single tempos. So single movements in both down and up phase. Single movements. Going to get a little bit more blood flow back into the muscles, and keep your elbows driven through under the bar so that chest remains lifted. Now the more fatigued you get, the more you need to watch out about your technique. So make sure you're not locking your legs out when you're at the top, and make sure you're not dropping your chest. So keep that chest up. Keep looking about 1 metre or so in front of you. Oh, this is our 3rd minute. Only 2 to go. Now, guys who are doing this, if you do it and you think, oh, that was okay, brilliant. But you know what you've got to do next time? You've got to go a bit heavier perhaps. Right, this round, even I'm not going to like, sit and stay. Sit and stay. So stay in that devil's chair position. When you get to your absolute limit, you can get out of it, but you need to drop down quick and re-hold it. So, where are we? Oh, 20 seconds in, guys. We're 20 seconds into a 60-second round. They're all 60 seconds. So can you stay and hold it? Ah! If you need to get out, get out. That's 35 seconds down. Come on, you've got 25 to go. And then our last round is a squat and a calf raise. Elbows drive under that bar. Do not let your chest go. We've got 10 seconds and we're finished with squat and calf raise. Come on, finish it. 5, 4, 3, 2, go. Big drive. That should be lovely. You may have an alternative word to lovely, and I'd say comment below, but probably best not, because your comment may be deleted. So just mutter it under your breath, drop into that squat, big drive onto the toes. That really, you should know how much work you put into your last 4 minutes to how miserable this last round is. But that's a good thing, because what we're doing, finding out our true strength. Come on, 20 seconds, and then a very generous 30-second recovery is coming your way. Got sweat dripping off my elbows. That's a bonus. 5, 4, 3, 2, recover. So take a chill. You may need to take a quad stretch. So, if you have got a minute, let me know how you're getting on. We've got 15 more seconds. Right, we're moving on into block 2. Block 2 is now back and shoulders. With the back and shoulders, you've got a couple of options. You can choose to go with your barbell, or you can choose to go with your dumbbell. I'm going to do part and part. This one is a 6-minute round, but the good news is, there is no good news. Well, the good news is you get a bonus minute. That's got to count for something. So, same principle. We're going to do a minute of each move. You're actually going to get a minute recovery. How nice can that be? A minute of deadlifts and then a minute of shoulder related movements, and we keep back to back in it. Move number 1 is going to be a conventional deadlift. So with a conventional deadlift, what you're going to do, think squat. So you're going to tap down and lift. Tap down and lift. Chest remains lifted. Are you good for it? Let's take a minute and a half. I underestimated the time off. In 3, 2, go. So nice strong lifting position. I'm dropping my butt down, but I'm keeping my chest lifted. So my butt drops, but my chest remains lifted. Now, I think I've overcooked my weights a little bit, because what follows this in 30 seconds is clean and press. Now, I'm going to give it a go, but if you've gone a little bit too heavy, then change it for a dumbbell perhaps, or 2 dumbbells. Come on, a bit of grit and determination now. You lot 10 seconds, and then we've got the clean and press coming. Keep those shoulders back and down. And again, don't lock the legs. Are you ready? We've got a minute. Clean and press. Go. So with the clean and press, it's a whole body move. Use your feet a little bit to generate the explosive movement. Catch it on collarbone. And a big drive overhead. Keeping the core locked in. And that little knee bend is going to be so important to help get that bar overhead and then catch it with control. This is where you're going to get your heart rate elevated. Come on, you got this. We've got 20 seconds. Then we're going to switch to dumbbells if you want, or you can stick with the barbell. I am switching to dumbbells next, because I know what's coming. Woo. 5, 4, 3, 2, switch to the dumbbells if you want to. We've got single leg deadlifts. I'm loving these. So, if you can't, don't worry. Stick with the standard deadlift. And all I'm doing, for those of you who are doing single leg deadlifts, is get your balance on your base leg by slightly softening the knee. Now, it's a slow move because it requires more control, core strength, and balance. So, don't worry about rushing through it. It's not about rushing through it at all. I would turn to face you, but if I do, I'll put my foot straight through the glass doors. That wouldn't be good. Right, from here, we're working on shoulders next. So, shoulder press. You can either do strict, or you can do a push press. Entirely up to you. What you want to do is make sure your elbows come out to 90 degrees, so you've got a good, strong, set position. I'm in a split stance, just to try and prevent me from leaning backwards and overloading my back, because that's what we don't want to do. And it's a nice, strong, clean press overhead. Now again, we're looking to find our limits. So if you need to put the weights down, shake it out, do it. You've got 15 seconds, and then we're in our last 2 minutes. We're going to do standard deadlifts. So deadlifts to the knees. Oh, that's not pleasant. Right, recover. When I say recover, switch. So standard deadlifts. Hinging the hips to the top of the kneecaps, and then back down again. Drive that bar into your thighs, as if you're trying to wrap it around them. It's going to get more lat and trap activation, basically your back muscles. Pull those shoulders back and down, and hinging at the hips. So you're pushing your butt backwards as you tilt forward over that bar. How are we doing? It's not a lot of time to answer that, is there really? Got your hands full. So, 15 seconds, you're going to change it to upright row. That's where I'm going to switch back to my dumbbells, because I'm not fancying the upright row with this bar. Right, you ready? Switch it. So your upright row. Stand in set position, bring your elbows up and out to the side, and bringing your bar or dumbbell to chest line. Wrists remain higher than the weights, okay? So don't let the weights overtake. Again, as you're doing this, nice strong set position, get those elbows wide, and it's not about speed. We're moving control tempos. If you rush through the moves, you're going to be using momentum more than muscle. And in order to get the tone and those little finishing results in the muscles, we need to show a little bit more control. That's where our strength comes in. 10 seconds, and then you're going to get a recovery again. And if you want to pop something, into the comments, by all means you can recover. Right, good job guys, flying through that. So 2 blocks of work down. Here comes the next block. We got chest and triceps. So here's your option where it comes in. You have the option, if you've got a box, then by all means set up your box. With that box, just make sure you've got a bit of space, because the 2 moves you're going to do, one is going to be a chest press, and the other one is going to be skull crusher, which is basically a tricep extension to the head. So we won't use the scary names. So we've got chest press, and we've also got skull crushers. Are you ready for this? It's another tempo training set, guys. It's another tempo training. And again, the good news for this one, we're only going to do 30-30 rounds. So 30 seconds of one move, followed by 30 seconds of the other, just switching the tempos every round. So, set yourself up on your bench. Here's where I hope I can see the clock. Move number 1. So, what you're going to do, keep the dumbbells in line with the chest, bring them out so they're in line with the chest at the bottom, and try not to let your elbows drop too far below the bench top. If you're on the floor is obviously your limit, but try not to rest on the floor, okay? So keep it smooth to begin with, just so we can get an idea of the movement. Nice, smooth, controlled chest press. If you've got the bar straight up and down, you've got 10 seconds, so we're going to change it to tricep extensions, also known as skull crushers. So if you've got dumbbells, take them to the forehead and extend. I've just rotated my wrists. If you've got the dumbbell, obviously remain same grip, take it a little bit narrower, and then take those dumbbells to the forehead, the barbell to the forehead as well. Now squeeze the elbows in tight. If you're using dumbbells, you're going to find that it's a little bit more challenging because they're moving independently. Open them out again, and we're going to go back to tempo. So you've got a 3, 2, 1, and explosive on the way up. So slow on the way down, 2, 1, explosive up. So smooth, controlled movements down, explosive up. And all we're going to do is continue that smooth, so that slow, quick into our triceps. So again, slow to the forehead. 3, 2, 1, explosive up. Now this is where you're probably going to get a fatigue kicking in big time. So really watch out. If you start to feel like the weight is beating you, don't cave your heads in. Look after yourselves. Shake it out and then jump back in when you can. Right, we're going to flip that tempo around. So back to chest, quick down, slow up. So quick down, slow up. Quick down, slow up. Now your feet, depends how long your bench is. Normally we say keep your feet quite low to the end, quite close to the bench, but my bench is tiny. So just make sure you've got a nice, that your feet remain underneath. Right, change it to tricep extensions. So quick and then slow. Feet remain underneath your knees, and you've got a 90 degree bend basically. That's what I'm saying. Quick, slow. Can you feel it? Is that pressure starting to mount? This is our 3rd minute, guys, just 2 more. Oh my days. Right, we're going to change it into slow chest press, so bring the control back in, slow, super slow. Now because we're figuring out now, aren't we, that when you start to pre-fatigue, because you've done work with the muscles already, the longer you train them, the harder it gets. Try not to jump out of the workout until seriously you are out of strength. Right, change it to slow triceps extensions. Just because it's uncomfortable, ask yourself, are you bailing because you feel uncomfortable and you don't want to do any more? Or are you bailing because you feel uncomfortable and you can't do any more? Big difference between the two. Ah! Right, change it. Bottom half pulses, so chest press. You've got a triple pulse, then an extension. Come on, last minute. Saving the best till last, aren't we? Again, just checking that technique, everything's in line. You're always going to have a dominant side, so don't worry if you're struggling with the dumbbells, thinking, why is right side better than left side? Ah! Are you ready for that tricep finisher? Right, come on, skull crushers, extensions to the head, triple pulse, and extend. Oh, finding my limits now. Oh, it makes you want to do a tap dance, doesn't it? Come on. Got 20 seconds, guys. Oh, I'm with you on it. Oh, come on, we can get one more round in. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Oh, recover. Isn't it? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you hating this right now? 10 being, I really hate you. What are we thinking? How are we feeling? Right. Really good news though, guys. We're in our last block of work. What could we possibly get out of it? What haven't we trained? Well, still got lunges, my favourite. And we've still got biceps, my favourite. So I've saved my favourite round till last. And another good one. What we're going to do is we're going to do right leg first, biceps, left leg second, and then we just keep repeating it, changing the tempos each round. Stay hydrated. So you ready to give this a go? Last block of work, guys. So here's what we do. We're going to take the right leg back to begin with, and all we're going to do is we're going to go through the tempo training. So just like we have done so far. If you want to go in the bar, you can, but you're going to have to transition from back to biceps to back to biceps. So just see how you go. We're going to go for a 3, 2, 1 and explosive up. So 3, 2, 1, explosive up. I've got a nice long stance, so I've taken my right leg back, my heel is lifted on that back leg, chest is lifted, and my shoulders are up, back and down. So we've got 10 seconds, and then we're going to hit the bicep with the same tempo before we do our other leg. So step back in, so you can go 3, 2, 1, and then release. 3, 2, 1, and then release. Now, big key movements of biceps. As you fatigue, you're probably going to want to swing your body. Try not to. Keep it strict. And your elbows are going to want to venture away from your rib cage. Again, try not to let them. Right. Left leg back. Same tempo. 3, 2, 1, and lift. Now, the heel on my front foot, the weight is in it. So I'm putting the down and up motion rather than a forward and backward motion, okay? So we make sure we feel it in our glutes, in our quads, and you may feel a little bit in your calf as well. Right, we're going to go to our right leg, so switch to your right, drop quick, rise slow. So drop quick, rise slow. Drop quick, rise slow. You with me? Come on. 15 more seconds and we're going to go back to the bicep with that move. Quick, slow. Right, step it in, quick, slow. Now this is where you may end up swinging, don't swing. So you've got to build that explosive power by using the muscles, bracing the core nice and tight so you're not shifting, so you're staying locked in. Stay as locked in as you possibly can. My knees are soft to protect my joints. You ready to take your other leg back? So left leg back, drop quick, and rise slow. Drop quick, rise slow. Oh, your shoulders step up, back and down, yeah? You're not letting those weights manipulate you and topple you forward, right? I think you're working really hard, guys, so well done. Change legs. So back to right, single movements. So single movements. You're halfway through the bicep lunge round. That's good, right? Only 3 minutes to go. So single movement, we're going to get that blood flow back a little bit, just pump the legs back up, step it in, single bicep curls. Getting that twist of the dumbbells, called supination. All the technical jargon coming out. Have to get Googling it later. Right, you've got 15 seconds. Come on team, stay with me. What an absolute full body battery, right? Left leg back, single movement. So just make sure your hips remain square, pointing in the same direction you're looking basically. Try not to twist. Now we're going to finish on a pulsing round. So get ready to go right leg, and it's a triple bottom half pulse. Right leg, triple bottom half pulse. Make sure you're still taking the same length in that step. So the same length in that step, getting that range and dropping that back knee to about an inch away from the floor. Can you feel it pumping that leg up? Oh, as if it needed any more work, right? Come on, you got it. Stay low into it. Then we got the same with the biceps. Step in, triple, mid-range pulse, and a release. So, the pulsing is probably what's going to finish us off. Because whatever oxygen remains in those muscles, we want to truly burn out. But the good news is, when we take our left leg back, only 30 seconds remains. Just 30. Are you ready? Come on, let's do it. 30 seconds. Triple bottom half pulse. Finish with quality, guys. And again, your option will be, if you ever repeat this workout again, how did you feel after it? If you think, actually I think I could go a little bit heavier, or I could go a little bit deeper into my reps. Brilliant. When you do repeat it, do it again. Recover. Team, take a quick stretch. Get those legs sorted. Once you've done the one leg, switch and do the other. And then do some front and back. You absolutely smashed it this morning. That wasn't easy. I think, well, do you agree with me? Or do you think I'm just being a bit of a wuss? Happy Monday, guys. As always, any feedback, positive, negative or indifferent, pop it in the comment box below or above, wherever it sits. And good training from you all. I'll catch you next week.